BGM Sho'Nuff right here on the A2H Project YouTube channel. And I was going to actually do this as a high production. I was going to actually produce this on a professional scale. However, my issue being is that this prompted me to do a stream, and I will produce this as a video. This prompted me to do a stream because I want to actually get my thoughts out there real quick, real fast. With me, even though that my boy is away, we got my boy YB, and I don't know if he was going to say what's up.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, and then my homeboy is away right now, but it's Michael Taylor, aka Dezzaraks or Dezzaraks. With that being said, I have a bone to pick with this DLC right now on DC Universe Online. And my thing being is that I have been really annoyed by some of the most inconsistent DLCs in the game. Don't get it twisted. Do I like some of them? Absolutely. Do I think all the DLCs are bad? Not at all. Which is my favorite? All-time favorite on here is Amazon Fury Part 3. Absolutely superb. I think that DLC was good. I really grinded on that DLC. And plus, not only that, it brought out Godfall Superman. The Godfall Superman style to which that I actually featured in my Joy of Designing. To which that it is the same Joy of Designing series of which that MEPS absolutely enjoys. I totally get it, totally understand, no problem at all, right? So they are listening to me, I guess. With that being said, I took a step back on DCUO, mostly because there are other games out there that are better. For me, I love Final Fantasy XIV. There's some other MMO games I would like to enjoy. DCUO really brings a bit of that essence to me in terms of character customization. When it comes to character customization in this game, absolutely DCUO has that. Even though there are other games that does it better, but DCUO does a great job when it comes to that. The thing of it is that even for the game to be free to play, DC Universe Online is actually, good in its mode in terms of just the aspects behind character customizations. So I totally get it. It's no problem at all with me when it comes to that. Now, with that being said, we have all the DLCs. We're going to talk about the Dark Knight Metal DLC, which is, I believe, a tier 9 DLC, to which that it features the Dark Knight Metal, basically, the story based off of the Dark Knight Metal storyline that was featured in DC Comics. And that in itself was inspired by the Judge Dredd Dark Judges miniseries that they had going on there, or rather the event that they had going on there. And my thing being is that the Dark Knight Metal series also brought the Dark Knight capsules, which contains the Dark Knight, rather the metal or the metallic chromas, such as the green metal, blue metal, red metal, purple metal. So I said green, blue, red, purple, bronze, and the Dark Knight Metal, the prestigious Dark Knight Metal. The Dark Knight Metal happens to be the most expensive now out of that pack. And it's actually rare as well. So good luck trying to pull that. And now, since the Dark Knight capsules are gone, good luck trying to get that. So here's the good. When it comes to the DLC for time capsules are pretty good. They're not bad at all. In fact, I happen to enjoy the chromas. I actually collected them all. Not bad chromas whatsoever. The aesthetics on all of them, if used properly and effectively, they're pretty good. I actually enjoy them. Also, when it comes to DLC, it also comes with the story. I wouldn't say necessarily the storyline, but as opposed to, you have the style, Merciless style. If you don't know what Merciless is, check out the comic. Check out the game itself. The style itself does not look bad at all. In fact, I happen to enjoy the style. It looks pretty cool. It doesn't make me go, it doesn't make me feel anything more or less about it, aside from the fact that it's just a good looking style. If you truly enjoy something like that, you will definitely grind for it. No problem at all. I've always believed, if you enjoy something, you're going to spend your money on it. If it's legitimate, I'm down for it. In this case, the Merciless style, kudos. The dystopian Amazon style, which is based off of Donna Troy's style, I guess. I mean, it's not a bad looking style. There are some of the items on there that I really do particularly like. More specifically, I do like the hand, and I do like the feet. Excuse me, I do like the hands, and I also like the chest piece and the leg piece of that as well. And I also like the hood and, of course, the back piece. It's not bad at all. You can actually do some things to that. Huh?
I don't like it. It's too skinny.
Yeah, well, my thing of it is that I don't necessarily have a problem with it. It's not too bad at all. But then it gets also into, you know, the overall aspect. Rather, I wouldn't go to the overall presentation of the DLC, because now I want to talk about the bad. And oh my gosh, is there? Well, rather, let's continue on with the good before we get to the bad.
Can I just chime in with something quickly?
By all means, sure.
In regards to the time capsules, about having that style. I think it's a great style. Specifically looking at that style. It is something I would say something that you can wear out on the is armor fighting, and it looks good.
Yeah.
The only thing that is slightly narrowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'm going to give it a shot as well as in the beginning. But that, is the biggest stripe design or whatever they call it nowadays.
Yes.
But exactly, you've got the last it's mainly the chest and the legs. But once you put those bits on, it slims down drastically. It looks like I've had a good meal in 11 years.
Yeah, right.
That style, it wasn't slimmed down and it didn't look so anorexic. I love it. I just do it slim down what it seems.
Yeah, the aesthetic of it, yeah. Yeah.
It's just all slim down.
Right. No, I fully agree with you on that. I mean, when it comes to the forbidden style, the forbidden night style, it actually looks pretty good. Aesthetically, it looks good, but it does slim down. If you're a male, it slims down the torso of the character and of the avatar, really, and it looks pretty decently. It looks pretty decent on the women. I mean, overall, I think that it's for something of that said aesthetic to come out on DC, I would have to say that I give it a thumbs up. It's pretty good. You could do so many things with the style, however, especially with the shoulder style. It's not too bad. And then you also have the forged chroma materials that they do give you for free. It drops in the raids. It's actually pretty cool. Rather, it drops in the DLC. It's not bad at all. I got the Forged 2 chroma, so I'm looking for the Forged 3 chroma as well, or the Forged chroma 3. It's not bad at all. It looks really good. But the Drachma aura and the Drachma materials, is the sheer winner in that vendor. It looks gorgeous. It does. It looks absolutely amazing. The material looks great, and I do love the aura. It kind of reminds me of a paler version of the Umbra aura. And that's something that YB said at one point. It looks like a paler version of the Umbra aura. So I give it a thumbs up. But with the good, it comes with the bad. And oh my lord, it has a lot of bad in it. And for starters, and I hope that Daybreak Games actually listen to me. You guys are more than welcome to chime in on this. Because I'm going to say right now, this has got, in fact, I'm going to invite you to the group. Taylor, so that way they'll know who you are. So, my thing of it is, and guys, that's Michael Taylor, if you see right there in the West's name. My thing goes like this, rather than in the description field below. Good and a bad. The bad, and I say this now, Daybreak Games, you really need to come up with something innovative. Because number one, as something as simple as you're rehashing and reusing the maps for your DLC doesn't make it doesn't feel brand new. It doesn't feel like it's a DLC. The only thing that's specifically new is the raid. It's the second raid, the mom raid. What's it called? Monsters of Metal? What's it called?
You got it right.
Yeah, Monsters of Metal. Yeah, so it's the Monsters of Metal raid. I mean, the Monsters of Metal raid is really the only thing that is new. I mean, the Justice League Dark was absolutely phenomenal. It was a phenomenal DLC. Absolutely amazing DLC. Granted, you rehashed the Gotham area, but everything else feels completely brand new, and it gives me a reason for me to grind in that DLC. I like that more than I do this. And I find it weird that the only reason why that I could only grind in this DLC is literally just because of the CR, because of the gear. That's it. Nothing else. When you're rehashing the maps for no incentive reason, that really irks my soul. Because I didn't even understand why the Lanterns why the Lanterns has anything to do with this. I didn't get it, not at all. And I don't give a flip of whatever goes on in episode 2. The problem being is that the execution of it was terrible. Again, the rehashing of these maps is ridiculous. Not as bad as the raid. The Monsters of Metal raid is absolutely the most hated raid that I could ever muster in this game. Oh my gosh, it is horrible. It is the worst raid that I could ever play in this game. And I mean this with a passion. Never mind Mr. Freeze. It's freaking not Wonder Woman, but it's freaking Poison Ivy. She has the most health out of everybody in the game. In that raid. It was like, God dang, I gotta get to bed soon. Oh man, I'm kind of tired right now. I'm knocked out while I'm in the raid. I took a 20-minute nap, and she was like nowhere near half. I could have made a dinner for my family, right? And I would have been done by the time that raid's finished. That was complete trash. You know what I mean? That made no sense to me at all. Oh, and it gets better. I spent 200. I worked hard to get 200 more metal coins or dark coins because that was a triple mark weekend. And each of my characters were able enough to do it to the point where I would be able to get the material I want and to get everything else I want from there. Okay? So a friend of mine, which I believe, I'll give a benefit of doubt, show some mercy, if not grace, that I believe she didn't know what I was talking about. Because she showed me a liquid material. I think it was either liquid or I believe it was possibly ink material. I have no clue. But my thing being was that from what I saw, my thought was, okay, I asked her, is that the liquid metal material? And her answer was, yes, it was. Oh, I'm going to go to the vendor because you can change the color on it. So I was able to actually create my character for my upcoming machinima, Batman Beyond. So next thing you know, I go to the vendor. I got 200 metal dark coins. Cool. I spent it. It is absolutely the worst material I have seen. If you think that the wild material, the magma material, or lava material, excuse me, or the Watchman material is bad, pales in comparison to this one. And I say this, and I wanted to show it to you, but I don't even want to look at it. And I say this because you're spending 200 marks on that material, and you can't actually preview it somehow. We're in an age where, in an era where preview windows are more interactive, are diverse, they're more immersive and more intuitive. And you mean to tell me that I can't preview any of these materials in the game? I mean, never mind the fact that the junk looked like Man-Bat just spunked all over me on it, but the fact that that material is hideous, and your only thought has mustered in your mind is, oh, because somebody can look like one of the metal people in a game. Are you freaking for real? Go ahead, by all means, go ahead.
Nobody asked for that stupid material, to be honest. And to get to think that DC might get away with it. Well, they are obviously getting away with it because A, they probably knew that we wouldn't like that kind of material, and yet they just give it to us anyway. And B, people that buy the material will end up disappointed, saying, what kind of junk is this? Like Bruce, for instance. He got really disappointed after that. It's just pretty pathetic on how they do little choices on materials. Out of all the things about this DLC, you give out a crap liquid material like this? That's pathetic, to be honest. That's really
I'm gonna be real honest with you, man, and I'm gonna one up that because you made a great point right there, and even alongside with Mike, man. I'm gonna one up this right here. My thing being is that I totally get it. You definitely want the money because people are going to spend their money on time capsules just to get materials, to get the chroma materials, to get whatever it is. But my thing of it is that if you're going to actually get people to work on getting these materials and make them look at least aesthetically pleasing, instead of actually creating something that's what's going to look so cheap and whacked out. Because how come that the shadow material looks good, but the post material looks decent? You got the magma material looks great, but the lava material looks decent. Drachma material looks great, but yet the liquid metal material looks horrific. Nobody in the watchtower at all is cosplaying as one of the metal people in the game. None of them. Here we are sitting on money by not releasing Batman Beyond somehow, someway, DLC, story at least, music, actors. Quentin Flynn could play a perfect Batman Beyond. Heck, freaking get Will Friedle again.
Yo, stop it. People on the internet talking like ass about
Exactly. But no, instead we get liquid metal material. You know, because if anybody really wants to cosplay as one of the metal people in Metal City, they can use that. Nobody doesn't. Do you see anybody in the Watchtower dress up as one of the metal materials? Let's take one of the metal people. Let's take a look real quick. Because people over here rather just be toxic and actually look dumb. Look at this. Look at this. You see anybody dressing up as one of the metal people? No, they're not. No. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. Nobody here is metal. Is a metal character.
Yeah. It doesn't look pretty.
I mean, wow. I mean, think of the incentive of the players in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Think of the players in the game. Think of the people who are legitimately spending their money to try to enjoy this game. And instead, you give out that garbage. I wasted 200 metal coins, dark coins, just to get that garbage material. If you guys don't want it, I mean, I just got through. I could recreate this style. I can recreate this style.
Hey, it's your choice. You bought it. Well.
I mean, wow, exactly. Cloth material, more. I mean, something that's going to be useful. And instead of bringing out more materials or bringing out more DLCs that for us we have to spend more money just to try to pay to win, how about you start, you start, going from ground down to up, to start trying to rebrand the game just a bit. For example, change the freaking UI of this game. Number one. Number two, let's be real about this thing, man. How about updating the graphics a bit? I mean, even freaking better, man. How about you guys flipping, give something more to the players. Start being more immersive to the players, man. Start bringing some immersion. Start interacting with your players more legitimately. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. I don't want any more skill points. I want a game that's going to keep up with the competition out there with all the other MMOs. Because this DLC was trash. Look at this. Look at this. I want to dress up as this. So no. What's going on, Clitsy? So my thing of it is overall, the style in that vendor is trash. Inconsistencies when it comes to many of the DLCs in this game, and this one provides some of the most inconsistent storytelling I have ever seen, man. It makes no sense. So the story, everything which leads up to, okay, Batman's not there, so everything leads up to this here over into Monsters of Metal. Everything just leads up to that at this point. We don't know why Hal Jordan is there. We don't know why that, Sinestro is doing his thing, aside from the fact that, he's just, get away from that metal, man. Yeah, because, we need that to try to save Batman, because Batman's gone and all this and that and other jazz, other bull mess.
You're actually getting one of these.
What's that?
They never bothered to do an episode to revive Superman. Nah, they just comes out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Completely out of nowhere. Completely out of nowhere. I mean, Daybreak Games. You guys know that I do love y'all. You do know that. But this right here, this DLC, it needs. Stop doing the parts. Stop doing this. Stop doing breaking down stories into 2-3 parts, because it's boring. It's boring. You guys already did that before. A Fight for the Light, whatever it is. Amazon Fury.
Amazon Fury.
It was another one. It was a third one. I was like, stop. I mean, please stop doing that. Stop. Work with Warner Brothers to bring Batman Beyond. Bring something else that's going to be completely original. I don't mind styles. I don't mind materials. But man, put some stank and some funk into it, man. Be creative and be imaginative. Seriously. Because this DLC, especially spending 200 dark coins for me to get that absolutely hellish looking freaking material, that could have been wasted on something completely different. Because otherwise, this metal crap is pathetic. From a scale of 1 to 10, or rather from F being terrible to A being absolutely really good. By all means, it's not terrible because there are some good in there, but the bad really outweighs the good, on this DLC. So I give it a D-. I give it a D-. It's not F, but it's definitely a D-.
I would probably, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, you forgot to mention the laziness when it comes to renting out the same maps pretty much in every episode,
No, that's what I said. And that's a good question. It's a good question, because don't get me wrong, it's a reskin of Earth 3, but if you do like it, some people wouldn't mind that at all. For those that do mind it, we totally feel your pain, because seriously, we're in an age, and I hate to do this, but I call this journalism taboo, because you're not really supposed to, because supposedly you're not supposed to compare other games to what you're reviewing. But let's be frank here. You got other MMOs out there that are breaking modes and are paving ways to introduce new concepts. That's what's going to bring longevity to their games. And on everything, if anything, if they reuse their maps, they make it better and they make it more aesthetically appealing, and it brings a particular mood. Even though that Chaos Gotham has, say somewhat, they reuse the same skin of that of the Gotham City Park, it does bring some form of element and a mood to the, to it. And the thing of it is that because you take a look at Final Fantasy 14, they don't reuse the same skins unless it's an instance or a dungeon, if you will, or a raid. It's not even that of open world. And to that you queue into, it's understandable because it's a different air to them. But they don't reuse those skins 5 to 8 times over, quadruple times, ×2. DCUO, you have reused those skins and reused those map skins I don't know how many times in the game. It just becomes it's like I don't feel anything towards it. There's no emotion behind it. And Chaos Gotham Wasteland really captures that mood for me. That's it. It's like you can only do so many, Gotham City, variations of Gotham City so many times. It's pointless. It's like, okay then. And I mean, I'm not trying to sound biased because I love Batman. And even though that I want Batman Beyond in this game, but I mean, why is Batman the only person that's being featured? Aside from the fact it's popularity. No. I mean, it's to the point now that, wow, it's like Batman is nothing more but a human being. And don't get me wrong, I mean, in Tier 5, you had the Nexus of Reality where you had several different types of Batman there. And now we have more different types of Batman. It just lost. It just lost. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Baker.
Exactly. I fully agree. I mean, I 100% agree. What you was about to say, YB?
I just thought, you know what? Yeah, Kevin Conroy, he's probably too busy filming for The Crisis and stuff like that for the crossover on CW. So why not bring Troy Baker to play Batman? You know, Troy Baker is an amazing voice actor, and he is pretty close to being Kevin Conroy. That would be my. He voiced a shit ton. He did the voice for the Telltale. I think he did for the Arkham Origins as well, and maybe an animated movie. Exactly. Yeah. Or just bring in me. I'll be more than happy to voice Batman. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, he did both characters.
And that's my thing there. To be honest with you, I fully agree because I feel personally like if they can't get Kevin Conroy to do his voice, get somebody different. There's plenty of other people out there that can definitely do the voice of Batman. And even though Kevin Conroy is definitely a legend, he's definitely Batman. He's always going to be Batman. There's plenty of other people out there you can actually get. As long as it doesn't sound. Yes. Yep. And that's. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing with me, right? I mean, it's something in that incentive. I'm not saying there should be a Batman versus Ninja Turtles DLC, but I'm saying though, it's like, man, wouldn't it be awesome to like see something that fun in DC Universe Online? I mean, especially if, you know what I'm saying? I mean, stuff like that would be great. Nobody didn't ask for a Dark Knight Metal DLC. Nobody didn't ask for that. And I'm not saying that don't give people what they didn't ask for. By all means, do something that was going to intrigue the players. But seriously, man, this right here is the reason why that you guys need to start looking at the incentive. Look at Batman Beyond. So many people are running around as Batman Beyond. And you mean to tell me that you could not get a person or get the right actors? I'll write the Batman Beyond DLC for you if you want me to. I'll do it for you. I don't have a problem with that. I'll write it for you and I'll even get the cast for you. In fact, I would challenge you guys to hire me for it. For that one DLC, I would do it. I'll put the presentation together, every single thing. I'll tell you what type of enemies should be there, how the story would be like, how it would actually fit within DC Universe Online, let alone the story and the lore for it, because we still didn't close out the story for for DCUO. There's no pure closing to the story. I would love to close that out so we can go ahead and continue on with other DLCs that you could actually bring into the game. And with Batman Beyond,
I want to say DLC wise.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Justice League Dawn DLC came around the same time.
Yes. Another one that will be great for this game. Man, that would be absolutely be wonderful to see. I would love to see something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or better, you know what I'm saying? Or better yet, even furthermore so, if you want to bring some comedy snaz to it, how about that? You know what I'm saying? How about that old school? You know, rather, how about that Batman that had Adam West in there, that animated movie?
It needed to be more than just Gotham, Batman. They gotta do more than just that, you know.
And I agree with that. I really agree with that.
With Gotham in it, you know.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. How about explore? Yes, how about Superman? Let's do something more Superman centric. How about even Lawrence? How about closing out some other story? Tell the origin story of the Alpha Lantern in there. I forgot his name. But the Alpha Lantern, he should be freaking bad A right about now. You know what I'm saying? How about explore the story of Shazam? How about explore the story more so of what other characters could we actually explore in this game? Not in Green Arrow even. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see something like that. But no, they don't do anything with that. You know, so even though Ra's al Ghul kicked us behind in one of the seasons, and let's be. Yep. Oh, even better. How about this? How about, hey guys, if you really truly want like equality, how about talking to the wife of the artist that created this universe? Milestone. How about bringing a Milestone universe into this game? You know, the characters such as Sovereign and freaking Static Shock. My God, who would not want to play that DLC? put some freaking blackness into this story.
Black
Who would
Lightning.
not want to play as Static Shock or Black Lightning even? Come on, man. I mean, who would not want to play Static Shock? We have Static Shock inspired gear in the game. Why not Black Lightning or anything else like that? Even though Black Lightning is going on strong still, it's a great show. I kid you not, it's really a great show.
Mm.
And you mean to tell me on everything that you guys can't think of this right here? You couldn't do this? How about, how about something inspired by Darwin Cook, a black artist who died? Oh my gosh, man. So many possibilities that you could put in DC Euro, but yet you mess up with this DLC. I'm sorry, man, but I mean, the Justice League Dark was great. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said you just said they take the L.
Yeah, this DLC really does take the L. It really does. I love, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, I love the DLCs that they released as of recently. Don't get me wrong. I really, really do. I really hope to see more of it. Teen Titans was absolutely superb, even though that the voice actress for Terra needs to be slapped with a freaking brick because it was so horrible. But everything else, I mean, I saw innovation with that. I saw innovation with that DLC. So kudos to you on that one. But this DLC, Atlantis was gorgeous.
That was a banging DLC. I mean, visually it was stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, I mean, yes, the open world was limited, but there was not that to get lost.
Agreed. A++ on that one. And I really give that an A+. That is absolutely a superb DLC. I mean, everything when it comes to innovation was definitely there. And that's something that I love. That is a great example of what a great DLC is all about. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It is. It's too basic for me, man. I agree with you on that. So overall, what I will say this, and I'm gonna produce this as a review video because I really want to get a forum on this. I really want to get YB's perspective and Dezzaraks' perspective as well. I want them to chime in on this. But overall, the Dark Knight Metal DLC Part 1 is really bad. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not terrible. It has some good in terms of the style. It could be to someone's eye. The Drachma material, and of course the aura is really good. Some of the styles in there are pretty decent, such as the Stoppy and Amazon, even though that the inconsistency there is that Donna Troy doesn't even wear that style at all. So I don't understand the incentive behind, or rather I don't understand the direction behind that style. But overall, there's some.
I said it many times.
What's that?
Nerd wants and needs.
Yep. So it's just overall decent, but the bad just really comes into just what the heck, man. I mean, and I'm being dead serious. Nerds of Prey, I'm not here to bash you. The constructive criticism here is you simply really need to start improving when it comes to styles. You really need to start improving on that. Bring something better to the table in terms of immersion, okay? Because seriously, this is not cutting it. And I hope part 2 does blow out the water. But for this right now, the first entry in the Dark Knight Metal, mini series, if you will, it's a D. It's definitely a D minus. Definitely D minus.
It's just another night in Gotham.
It is. It's just another night in Gotham. It's way too basic. So, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I don't want this to be a very long stream. But you guys, if you do consider to donate to this channel, if you wish to support to this channel, the link in the description field below. You can donate if you like. If not, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. But however, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Stay to know the content is being uploaded here, and tune in more next time on my for some more streaming and definitely for some more games. Until then, on behalf of YB and Mr. Dezzaraks himself, I am TGM Sho'Nuff. Sign out. Be blessed. Sho'Nuff.
You honestly think they care about our opinions and shit?
No.